Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Valhalla, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and good morning to Mexican Iron Man, D.D. Myers, Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches, Darth Pastor, Purple Valkyrie, and Samantha Joe. Good morning, Colin P. Smith, Psychodorf 9, Martin Orlando, Heirs of Chaos, the Battle Angel is here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Adega, Outlaw, Gun Bunny, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Keely, Martin Orlando. Good morning, Dave G. Sound. How's everybody out there doing this morning? And no, I'm not shitting you. Do not buy if you are a white person. I cannot fucking believe that this is where we're at the beginning of 2021, all going all the way back to, well, probably the fucking past the 20s of the 19s. God. Broken Entertainment, good morning. Yeah, I don't like her very much either. D.D. Myers, good morning. Justina Ireland tells Star Wars fans, don't buy the book. And it's not just Star Wars fans. I don't know why Bounding didn't just say it. She was very specific. This is from John F. Trent over at Bounding into Comics. Justina Ireland took to Twitter to tell Star Wars fans not to purchase the book. Ireland telling Star Wars fans not to purchase The High Republic comes after she recently bashed white men, of course. Yeah, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my shit. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to insert all of my politics into my book, and if you don't like it, don't buy it. Earlier this week, she took to Twitter where she wrote, I guess, mediocre white men are still going to be on here bragging about their mediocrity as though it's a hilarious anecdote instead of pure assholery. So thanks for establishing that baseline early 2021. Yes, that is exactly what she said. This woman likes to go after white men. She is racist. I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm not going to say isms. I'm not going to say obes. I'm not going to say Yahtzees. She is racist. Can you be a black woman and be racist? Yes, you can, because she's racist. In a follow-up, she added, imagine writing a 20-tweet thread about outsmarting your 9-year-old. What a waste of perfectly good carbon. She is a waste of perfectly good carbon. She is a waste of space. Hello, racist. Hello. Yes, you. I'm talking about you. How are you doing there? I'm not going to hold back here. Her bashing of white men in general came in response to a tweet thread from podcast host John Roderick, where he challenged his 9-year-old daughter to open a can of beans with the can opener. Now, as first reported by Disney, Star Wars is dumb. Ireland is telling Star Wars fans not to purchase the High Republic. Ireland responded to a tweet from Motherboard writer Gita Jackson. Jackson wrote, "Content creators, it used to be common folk wisdom to not share your political beliefs for fear of losing fans. How has the last 4 years changed that? Are you still afraid of losing fans?" No, they're not. They don't care, and they should be. Disney should be nipping this in the bud. They should be stopping this at every turn. And a $2 super chat from Psychonorf 9. Don't buy my book. Challenge accepted. Oh yeah, she talks about working in an Amazon warehouse. By all means, go work at an Amazon warehouse. Thank you so very much for that $2 super chat, Psychonorf 9. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Now, in a follow-up tweet, she wrote, relatedly, if you're okay with calling your audience of assholes, do you have a secondary revenue stream, Patreon, or is it just ad revenue? Ireland responded saying, the problem is if you don't like my politics and my beliefs and my moral compass, you aren't going to like my book. So let's just get ahead and save everyone some time. Don't buy her shit. Ladies and gentlemen, do not buy the High Republic. Do not buy the High Republic. I mean, it's her own words. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to be, you don't buy it. I don't have to tell you to blacklist it. I don't have to tell you to boycott it because she's telling you. She added in a subsequent tweet, and here's the money shot. Plus, there's like an Amazon warehouse or Starbucks on every corner now, and I've had worse jobs. So, YOLO! She's going to be working at an Amazon warehouse full of her books because no one bought them. Oh my God. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. Broken Entertainment, the authors of the High Republic don't care about their own work. They don't. And Loriana Creo, I roasted this chick on Twitter. I bet you did. And it's not hard to see why. It's not hard to see why. This is how you know there is no leadership. They are trying. There are factions trying, but no, not with KK, not letting all this shit happen. They just don't give a shit. I guarantee you they're being told to do this. They're being told to do this. Don't buy the High Republic. And when these harpies yell that it didn't sell because racism, throw their words right back in their faces. That's right. Damn straight, Loriana Creel. This is why we don't buy shit like the High Republic. This is why we watch shit like The Mandalorian, but we don't buy shit like the High Republic. Colin Pete Smith. At least she's apparently self-aware enough to make the connection between her politics and her work. Oh, they know. They know. All of them know. Anyone who works at Lucasfilm and does not like Luke Skywalker doesn't give a shit about Star Wars. That's right, Keely Chow. And $1.99 super chat from Cardinal Sin. Loki, good morning. And Skull, brothers and sisters, good morning. Cardinal Sin, brother. Skull! Thank you guys so very much. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. And Chris Persia says, Loki, she's going to wish she could work at Amazon. Although I hear sewage treatment is hiring people to work in raw sewage, she might feel right at home. It's very possible. Chris Persia, the wrench of wrenches, she doesn't know what she's going to do. She doesn't know what she's going to do. If Ireland's comments sound familiar, it's the same advice then EA Chief Creative Officer, and I love this, Patrick Soderlund gave to fans of Battlefield when promoting Battlefield 5. It's funny how we're going to sell our product by telling you not to buy it. We are ists, we are phobes, and if you don't like it, don't buy our shit. We don't want white men reading our book. We don't want white men buying our book. We don't want white men critiquing our book. Don't fucking buy it. When you tell people, well, if you're white, if you're brown, if you're orange, if you're yellow, don't bother buying it. Well, fucking don't buy it. I wouldn't anybody buy it. I would look at that and go, that bitch don't want anybody to buy that book. So don't buy the book. Don't buy the book. It's not worth buying the book if that's the way it's going to be. If that is what you want to bring, if that is how you want to bring it, don't buy the fucking book. It's that simple. And EA had to learn this lesson. EA had to learn it with Battlefield 5. Soderlund stated, on the women in Battlefield, this is something that the development team pushed. Battlefield 5 is a lot about the unseen, the untold, the unplayed. The common perception is that there were no women. No, did you know, guys know that there were no women on the planet in World War II? There were no women on the planet in World War II. Good morning, Sit Room. Good morning, Jedi Bill. There were no women in the world in World War II. It's something that just popped right out of the ground, back in 2016. There were a ton of women who both fought in World War II and partook in the war. He went on to say, and they all had bionic arms, and they all led commando companies like this one. Can you believe that? Colin P. Smith, why aren't straight white men buying my comic, watching my shows? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you don't see them. So yeah. Or they're told not to, Colin. That's an even better one. Don't watch our show. If you're white and you're straight, don't watch our show. How long before it's, if you're black and you're gay, don't watch our show. If you're yellow and you're horny, don't bother coming in for work. If you're pink and you're trans, don't even bother looking at this. How long before they're just throwing out whoever out there? And they can sit there and they can say, well, we would never do that. Well, a couple of years ago, you would never commit fucking corporate suicide like you are now, but you're doing it. So it's not too far of a stretch. You went on to say, we felt like in today's world, I have a 13-year-old daughter that when the trailer came out and she saw all the flags, she asked me, why is this happening? She plays Fortnite and says, I can be a girl in Fortnite. Why are people so upset about this? Sure she did. She looked at me and she couldn't understand. And I'm like, okay, as a parent, how the hell am I going to respond to this? And I just said, you're right. This isn't okay. I'm sure that's exactly what happened. I'm sure that's exactly how it went down. Yeah, segregation. Star Trek, Chris Persia, dead on, brother. Star Trek Discovery is all about segregation. And that's exactly where we're going with this. That is exactly where we're going with this. It's okay to segregate. They're making it okay to segregate. Oh my Lord, I'm almost about to sneeze. I don't know. Wow, nice. All right, got that out. Mexican Iron Man, Lariana Creel. Hope Purple won't be jealous, but forget to order the paper plates for Valhalla Costco over the weekend. However, Mexican Iron Man offers his bare chest as plate for AM burrito. Good Lord, Mexican Iron Man. Down, boy. Okay. Finally, he suggested people not buy the game. And we don't take any flack. We stand up for the cause because I think those people who don't understand it, well, you have two choices. Either accept it or don't buy it. I'm fine with either. Wow. Remember that? Remember that. And then you remember how he came back and said, yeah, this didn't exactly work out very well, did it? I'm sorry that I told you not to buy the game. Please buy the game. Buy the game, please. Buy the game, please. Can Disney afford right now to not sell comics? Can they afford not to sell High Republic? It's going to be a bonfire of epic proportions because those books aren't going to move. Sure, you've got like 1 in 20 the Star Wars fan that just buys everything Star Wars. Normies aren't going to buy this. Mexican Iron Man, I went to college with these weirdos. They're even more scary and weird in real life. I can imagine that they are. Or buy it and review it and see how bad it really is. I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'll look at a digital copy. As our readers know, EA would eventually admit that Battlefield 5 tanked and that the company missed their earnings goal because of it. It's almost like by telling your customer base not to buy something, they didn't buy it. By telling your customer base not to buy something, they didn't buy it. CEO Andrew Wilson explained, the video game industry continues to grow through a year of intense competition and transformational change, meaning we fucked up. Q3 was the difficult quarter. We fucked up for Electronic Arts and we did not perform to our expectations. We fucked up. We are now applying the strengths of our company to sharpen our execution and focus on delivering great new games because we fucked up, and long-term live services for our players because we fucked up. We told you not to buy our product. Ain't that a bitch? And you didn't buy it. You didn't buy it. After we told you not to buy it, you didn't buy it. What is going on? It's almost like we told you not to buy our games. We're very excited about Apex Legends, the upcoming launch of Anthem, which sucked because they fucked it up, and a deep lineup of new experiences that we'll bring to our global community next fiscal year because we fucked it up. We told you. We told each and every one of you, don't buy our product. Don't buy it. Don't purchase it. Don't have anything to do with it. You evil white males. I don't need a 40-year-old white dude telling me what's wrong with this movie. Do not apply here, white guy, because you won't get in. We don't want you. Don't buy the book. Don't buy the game. Don't buy the movie. Don't get it. Don't go see it. Don't review it. We don't need your white guy reviews. And a Dega outlaw. A Dega outlaw. The problem is that she lives in a small world of like-minded haters and racists who pat each other on the back. They don't and can't see the truth of who they are. They can't listen to criticism. Agreed. Adega gets it. Broken Entertainment, Loki, that's the mainstream publishing industry. Yes, I completely agree. And Purple Valkyrie gamers have long memories. They won't buy future games from them because of how they were treated. That's right. And EA treats their fucking fans the worst. EA does not give a shit. They came out with Anthem and they were like, oh, it's fine. They come out with Madden every year and FIFA and whatever the fuck else, and they screw you over with packs. They want you to spend an inordinate amount of money to get anywhere in their games. They lie to you. They cheat you. They microtransaction you to death. EA has enough problems without telling people don't buy our shit. Don't buy our games. And I'm so sorry. I apologize for my phone going off. Usually that's on silent. Who knew? I left it on this morning. I don't know how much longer that this movie Comic Game Wasn't Made for You is going to work for these morons. It's not. It's not. Cardinal sin, it's not. It's not going to continue to work. Especially now. Look, we know that ratings don't matter. We know that ratings don't matter. We know that all the money coming in from ad revenue for this stuff, I mean, it's basically being bought. The ratings don't matter. As long as they can keep getting it paid, they will keep this shit on the air. There are rumors floating around. Az was talking about it yesterday, that Star Trek Discovery is done. That it had a different ending. It had a different ending just a couple of weeks ago. They changed the name of episodes leading up to the finale. That Star Trek Discovery is done. It will not have a fourth season. Even though they've said it's going to have a fourth season, it's not going to have a fourth season. They can renew it all they like. If they can't pay for it, it's done. Right now, they are banking on the fact that they will find another way to pay for it. The budget for this show is like a quarter of what it was when it started. A quarter of what it was when it started. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the money going down that much? Yes, you have less money usually than when you start because you have a lot of production you have to get in place. Sets have to be built. Scenes must be filmed for the ship stuff, for the starship stuff in space. Usually the extra stuff you do is stuff you do on the fly for each individual episode, but there are scenes that are filmed that you reuse, like the ship going to warp, the ship entering code black, what the fuck ever it is. These people have a production budget bigger in the beginning. They always do. But you don't get something knocked down that low. That low. Not on a show like this. Not on a show like this. The Expanse has one more season left to it, and it's going to be filmed, and it's going to be pushed. They're going to have a problem because Kaz isn't coming back. They're going to have a problem for what they've done. Now you've got Star Trek. It's out. It's done. I do not believe we're going to have a season 4. And yeah, you can come back and throw that in my face if I'm wrong. By all means, come back and throw it in my face if I'm wrong. But I don't think we're going to. Psychodorf9 with a $2 super chat. Hashtag Picard lost money. And they want to argue some of this shit. Thank you so very much, Psychodorf9 and school. This is the attitude they've got. So after all of this shit, he would then specifically address Battlefield 5's failure. Think about Battlefield 5 more holistically. I think we did not do a great job of building momentum. We fucked up early in the project. And I think about this not just in the context of development, but I think about this in the context about broader execution against the entire campaign. We fucked up. Our launch didn't resonate strongly as we would have liked it to with the players, and we were never truly able to catch up. We fucked up. And as our competitors continue to build momentum, whether that was Fortnite or Red Dead Redemption 2 or Call of Duty, he added, we fucked up. He concluded a combination of poor start, we fucked up, and our marketing campaign, yeah, that was you telling people not to buy it, together with what I think was a longer development cycle that put us into a more competitive window. The application that competitive window against some of these underperformance factors is how we resulted in Battlefield. We fucked up. We told people not to buy it. Star Wars is already in a tough spot as Disney has reported declining merchandise sales following the recent sequel trilogy films. We fucked up. Solo was also the first ever Star Wars film to be a complete and total failure at the box office. Hashtag Solo lost money. Telling people to not buy your product is a recipe for disaster, as EA and Battlefield developers fully understand, because they fucked up. What's the lesson here, ladies and gentlemen? Don't tell people not to buy your shit. Don't be a racist. Don't put up signs that say, if you're this, don't bother coming in. If you're this, don't bother buying our book. If you're this, don't bother going and seeing our movies. If you're this, if you're that. You see, when you try and shut down an entire group of people because you don't want their opinion, you have cut off a giant source of revenue. I want to tell you something. As many nerdy, geeky, glasses wearing Star Wars fans are out there, includes myself. You just told a whole shitload of us to get lost and not buy your product. Get lost. We don't want you. We don't want your review. We don't want your comment. And cardinal sin, yeah, it is totally racist and insane. Absolutely cardinal sin. We don't want your money. We don't want your comment. We don't want you around. We don't want anything to do with you, because we know what you're going to say about our book. It's poorly written. It's a shitty book. Yeah. I would never, ever say that. I would never, ever say that. Ever. I would never tell anybody. You can worship whatever you want to. You can believe whatever you want to. You can comment however you want to. I'm not going to tell you not to come in here. That'd be the dumbest thing I could fucking do. I would disgrace myself, and I would disgrace Valhalla. I would be a disgrace. Because you believe in this, don't come in here. It would be a disgrace to say, if you don't see things how I do, you don't belong on YouTube. It would be a disgrace to say, if you don't follow Glory is Fleeting, then you shouldn't comment on anything. It would be a disgrace to say that if you don't align yourself with me, you shouldn't be broadcasting anything on YouTube, which a lot of people have done. If you don't follow us, then you're a piece of shit and you don't belong. If you don't believe what I do, then you need to be pushed aside. You need to make way for these other people. You need to get off of YouTube. You need to get out of this. You need to get out of that. At least they gave a disclaimer, Mark. Yeah, at least they gave the disclaimer on their garbage. Saves people time from even picking up the book. But yeah, eat themselves and be done. The asshats. Yes, totally agree. Don't buy my shit. Project Storytime, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't buy my stuff. You better not dare be going into that store to buy my stuff. Don't you buy my stuff now. Don't you walk into that store and buy my merch. I can't help but wonder if this Justina is even literate. She's pure poison. Pure poison. Pure poison. We believe in diversity and inclusion. As long as you agree with us. Yes. That Colin P. Smith has got it. Colin P. Smith nailed it. As long as you agree with us completely in every way, you can buy our product. If you don't, stay away. We don't want you. And I used to think Star Wars was for everyone. I used to think Star Wars was for children of all ages. 24/7 Fusion Media. Loki, doesn't the main black chick on the cover of the High Republic look like Justina Ireland? Yes. She inserted herself as a whack-ass Jedi. Yes, she did. That is the whole point. That is the whole point. These people are inserting themselves into the story. They're not writing about characters. They're writing about themselves and what they would be. It's all they care about. Is I'm going to put myself in the book. I'm going to put myself on the cover. I'm going to put myself in the story, because that's all they care about is themselves. They don't care about anything else but themselves. Project Storytime. Is Loki saying we are allowed to think for ourselves? Is that allowed? Oh, yes, sir. It is. It is. Psychodorf 9. I hope that in a year this dribble is in the landfill. It will be. Or it'll be stuck in a warehouse in Amazon that bitch is actually working at. Hey, guess what? We've got a whole warehouse full of your books because they didn't sell. Go out and burn them. What? You want me to burn? Yes. Because it's all garbage now. It's all going to the garbage. They didn't sell. Okay. It's not affordable to keep them in the warehouse anymore. Go out and burn them. Burn your own shit. Go work at the Amazon warehouse and burn your own shit. Basically, what these people are doing is I am going to insert all my shit. Now, if I get fired, I can always go work at an Amazon warehouse. By all means. Do you know what that means? That means you don't give a fuck about Star Wars. You don't give a shit about Star Wars. All you care about is yourself. All you care about is yourself. Crimson Mist, Loki. He who fights with monsters might take care lest he thereby become a monster. And if you gaze for long into an abyss, the abyss gazes into you. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Nietzsche, brother. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Mariko Tamaki did that with I'm Not Starfire. Let's see how well that goes for her. Yeah. And these people keep getting hired because they're radical and they've got this group of buddies that are all these radical racist leftist fucks that think that, well, we've got it made because we can just keep getting hired. I can get fired from DC and I can go work at Lucasfilm, and I can get fired from Lucasfilm and I can go to work at DC. And we've always got Marvel and Amazon to fall back on. They don't want to, Broken. That's the thing. They don't want to. They don't want to step aside. They don't want real authors to come in there and make them all look like shit. They don't want people like Adega succeeding. They don't want people like any of us actually making it and caring about a product. They just want you on your knees drinking green titty milk, sucking it down left and right. That's all they want. They don't care about you. They don't care about the story. They don't care about the IP. All they care about is their leftist whack bullshit being inserted into everything they see. And if it burns down, so much the better, because it was a white dude's thing. That's the way they feel. That's the way they think. That's the way they see it. It was a white guy's thing, so what the fuck does it matter? It was always racist. Star Wars was always racist. So we're going to change it, and we're going to put you on your knees, and we're going to make you drink this green fucking titty milk. And if we get fired, if it doesn't work, who the fuck cares? We'll just get our next job at Starbucks, and then we'll get picked up by fucking Marvel, and we'll have a Marvel series on Disney fucking Plus. They don't fucking care about you. They don't care about the IP. They don't care about anything but their own bullshit ideals. And I'm sick and fucking tired of watching it. You got people like Jon and Dave trying to save fucking Star Wars, and then you've got these sick fucking commie fucks that want to insert their fucking communist, fucking woke bullshit into everything they see. Fuck that. I am sick and tired of that. I'm not going to sit by and watch that and keep my fucking mouth shut. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say something about it. Because I'm not okay with this. I hope you get what you want and your book doesn't fucking sell. I hope you get what you want and your book doesn't fucking sell because you need to get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, you racist piece of fucking shit. Get as far away from Star Wars as you can. You sick fuck. You're the last person that any kid should be reading a book written by. The last fucking person. Get the fuck out of Star Wars. Get the fuck out of writing kids' books. Go suck a fucking dick and be a feminist, racist piece of shit. And I had to take a drink because God, I fucking hate that shit. Psychodorf 9 with a $2 super chat. So say we all, Loki. So say we all, brother. And Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yeah, don't buy it for him. Broken Entertainment. Don't buy it for him. Thank you guys so much for keeping the home fires burning in Valhalla. Don't buy this shit. Don't buy it. You know what? I don't tell people to blacklist people. I don't tell people to fucking to not buy anybody's shit. You know what? I'm just gonna say, don't buy this bitch's shit. She don't want you to buy her shit. Don't buy her shit. She don't want you to buy her book. Don't buy her book. Don't buy any of them. Right now, you got a war. You got a war between Dave and Jon and all these fucks that want to just ruin what you love. The same deal with Star Trek, the same deal with Star Wars, the same deal with all this other shit. They're going to make Starbuck this thing in fucking Battlestar Galactica. And I'm done. You're going to bring your woke ass politics into everything you see, everything you read, everything you look at, everything you buy, everything you watch. I'll watch old shit. I will fucking prop my feet up and watch the 500 movie fucking Blu-ray collection I've got. I've got plenty of content to watch for the rest of my life without buying your woke bullshit. I've got footlockers of fucking comics. I've got long boxes of fucking comics I can read that don't have your bullshit in them. So fuck off. Tell me not to buy your shit. Tell me not to buy your shit. Brain Imakara. I hope I said that correctly. I'm not white. I'm not a dude. And I'm sick of the pandering. Not white, not a dude, and sick of pandering. You don't have to be a white guy to be sick of pandering. You don't have to be a dude to be sick of pandering. You just have to be sick of the pandering. And Lady Mist with a $2 super chat. The only thing I'm buying is Conan. Skull! Thank you so very much, Lady Mist. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla and Cardinal Sin. Why can't we all just get along and not mix politics and entertainment? Because they're insane. It's insane that these corporations go, oh, it might just be the cool new demographic. It's not that they're thinking that. It's that they have to be on the quote right side, unquote. They have to be on this side. They have to be on that side. It's not, they can't not pick a side. So they're going to pick this crazy, insane fucking side because they don't get that there are other sides to this. All they see is one side and the other side. They don't get that there's all these fucking people in the middle that don't go for any of this shit. And they're just hurting their bottom line. They're hurting their stories. They're hurting their IPs. They're destroying the fan base. Mark Damnably Tired. I can go back and read Star Wars EU if I want a good Star Wars. Even that crap Kevin J. Anderson wrote is better than what is being offered now. I completely and totally 100% agree. I completely, totally agree. I've got the entire EU. I can go back and read that if I want Star Wars. They've been indoctrinated during their education to believe that society must be changed and entertainment is the most pervasive way to do it. They will be on the wrong side of history. They are on the wrong side. And Angelus Draven, hail, brother. How are you doing, brother? Wookiee supremacy. Identity politics is fundamentally divisive. No one should classify themselves by your most insignificant qualities. At the very least, it's selling yourself short. They are selling themselves short, and they don't see that. They're selling their product short, and they don't see that. By inserting themselves and their politics into all of this, they are selling themselves short because all they can write about is themselves. All they can write about is themselves. Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom, how are you doing, brother Loki? Excuse me. Have to get my novel of the Star Wars trilogy off my bookshelf and do what was meant to do with it. Read it, enjoy it, love it. Just an observation. That OG trilogy, man. That OG trilogy. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Thank you so very much for being here, everyone, today. Thank you so very much for listening to me rant uncontrollably about this dumb ass fucking person that just doesn't get it because they don't. They don't get it. They're never going to get it. They're going to talk and they're going to talk and they're going to talk and they're going to tell you not to buy their shit. And they're going to tell you that you're ists. They're going to tell you that you're phobes. They're going to tell you that you're Nazis. They're going to tell you that you're worthless because you don't see the way they see it. And I tell them this. If you don't like us, suck it. a $20 super chat from Gesture of Sin. Speaking of good stuff, went to watch Eccleston's run of Doctor Who yesterday on Netflix. Guess what wasn't there in the UK? Checked with a friend, and apparently it's gone in the States too. Never heard a thing anywhere. Thank you so very much, Gesture of Sin, brother. That is complete and total bullshit, and we'll give you some rage. Skull! Everyone take care. You've got the Valkyries in a little over an hour here on YouTube. Everyone have a great week. Take it easy, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.